What would you do with the Middle East, Robert? I mean, what a situation. You're a staunch supporter, and you should be, of Israel. But what are we going to do with the Middle East?
I think, listen, what I would do is I would bring pressure on Sisi in Egypt and Erdogan in Turkey, and I would reach out to everybody. I'd reach out to Putin. And this settlement has to come from the international community. Israel has no choice without international support. They have no choice but to destroy Hamas. Hamas is pledged to the genocide of the Jewish people, not only in Israel but worldwide. Its charter requires that. Its charter forbids, says it's a violation of Islamic law. They even negotiate with Israel, except as a ruse. It says that in its charter. And they've had 5 ceasefires, and Hamas has violated every one. The people of Palestine have gotten more international aid than any population in the world. In fact, they've gotten they've gotten 13 times per capita what Europeans got with the Marshall Plan. And yet, they're still poverty-stricken. Why? Because their leadership is a kleptocracy. They steal half the money and spend the other half on weapons and nothing on economic development. So Ismail Haniyeh, who's the leader of Hamas, has, according to Forbes, a net worth of $5 billion. The top 3 officials of Hamas have a net worth collectively of $11 billion. Mahmoud Abbas, who's the head of the Palestinian Authority, is a billionaire. Yasser Arafat died a billionaire. His wife is a billionaire. Mahmoud Abbas's 2 children, his 2 sons, have $750 million. And instead of, when Israel left Gaza in 2005, they wanted to give Gaza and the Palestinians not only their own independent state, but also to give them the, economic prosperity. So they left. They donated to Gaza 4,000 greenhouses, these state-of-the-art hothouses, to make Gaza economically self-sufficient. They offered to rebuild the port of Gaza to make it the Singapore of the West. Gaza's port is in a strategic location between the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, Europe, Africa, and the Mideast. It should be one of the most prosperous places on earth. It has miles of white sand beaches. The Jews donated 8,500 villas from families, of Jewish families that have been evicted there, that have these beautiful villas overlooking the sea. What did Hamas do? Hamas said, overthrew the Palestinian Authority, took 600 police and all the Palestinian Authority leaderships, kneecapped them and threw them from the tallest building in Gaza. And then they spent all that money that was coming in building tunnels, 300 miles of tunnels, an underground city, and buying weapons to attack Israel and kill Jews.
It's crazy.
And, and there's no stop for it. For 16 years, they've been bombing Israel with rockets, 30,000 rockets they've sent onto civilian populations. There's one of the pieces of propaganda that you hear all the time is that Gaza is the most densely populated place on earth, which it is far from that. But Tel Aviv has twice the population density. And Hamas has been firing rockets at Tel Aviv, 2,000 rockets a year for 16 years.
They haven't stopped. Robert, we're going to take a short break at the top of the hour. We will come right back, so don't leave us. We're going to take phone calls with you in just a moment.